Yes, now our topic, dear distributor friends, is how a new distributor can acquire customers and where they can find customers. First of all, we sign up for Herbalife in two ways. One is as a preferred customer and the other is as a distributor. Becoming a preferred customer is free of charge. It's completely, as the name suggests, a customer, a person who intends to use the product. In this way, we can recommend it to our spouse, friends, relatives, whoever we have. This is what we do. Second, we call those who want to do the business distributors. In other words, they need to become a member. There is a certain small fee for this. You do that and pay it. You purchase your license and become a distributor. Becoming a distributor gives you two basic rights. One is to buy and sell the products at the discount you receive, or to use them yourself. The second is to grant distributorship to your friends or anyone around you who also wants to become a distributor, in other words, to sponsor them. The company does not have the right to perform these two tasks. We, the distributors, are the ones who do them. We are also the ones who sell the products, and we are the ones who recruit new distributors and grant distributorships. So we become distributors. Why did we become distributors? To do business. What do we need to do? We need to keep some products on hand. Now the company has discount tiers. When we become distributors, we get a 25% discount rate. We earn the right to buy and sell products at the 25, 35, 42, and 50% discount tiers. So when we're at 25%, we only get the membership kit. Do we have any products on hand? No, we don't. Here's what I've seen from Herbalife over the past 18 years. This is also part of Herbalife's working philosophy. We don't work by gathering customers, taking orders, and then placing product orders. We get our products first, and then we connect the products with people who need them. So how do we get the product? You get the member kit, that's 25%. But if you don't have the product around you, what are you going to talk about? Since we don't work with orders, we determine our discount rates and then place the product order. If you have 500 volume points, each product has 1 point. I won't give the exact number because this video might be watched even 5 years from now. You can buy 500 volume points worth of products at once or accumulate them to reach 500 points. You know how supermarkets have a point system? Think of it like that. Each product has 1 point. As you buy, those points add up, or you can redeem them all at once. When you reach 500 points, you get a 35% discount. When you buy products worth 1,000 volume points, you get them at a 42% discount at once. When you accumulate a total of 4,000 volume points, you reach a 50% discount rate, which is what we call the supervisor level. And after that, if you want, you can maintain your 50% status by continuously purchasing products. If you accumulate 4,000 volume points again within a year, you maintain your 50% status, just like when you started. Or if you are unable to do this, your discount rate drops back down to 42%. So let's say you bought the product. If you ask me, after 18 years of experience, 42% is the way to go. It's always best to buy the product at the highest rate you can get, because there's a saying that people always mention. You make your profit when you buy the goods. That's a rule of commerce, not when you sell them. The more discount you get when you buy, the more profit you make. For my loved ones, my close friends, whether they're buying in bulk or want to do the business, I always start them off with 1,000 points because I want them to earn more. So here we have our product. Let's assume that's the case. We have our product, so how are we going to work? First of all, it's not really right for a new person to go out and talk about the product with strangers. It's also not really right to reach out to people you don't know, whether through ads or any other means. What's the most important thing to do? To create our own product result. I already mentioned this in my previous video. You need to develop your belief in the product, achieve your own product result, and then reach out to people with the right outcome, to the people around you. What do? We call this a wedding list. The first people we reach out to are those we love the most, those closest to us, those who trust us the most, or the friends, relatives, and loved ones we most want to help. We call this a list. How long should your list be? In the past, we used to say make a list of 100 people. Within those 100 people, we would prepare a list considering who might be interested in the business and who might be interested in the products. Together with them, not just by yourself, but with your sponsors, you would hold meetings. This is my advice to you as well. When you first start, after you get your product in hand, if you bought the products to sell them, you should definitely introduce your list to your sponsors, either in person, because they know very well how to talk to people, or you introduce them over the phone. They speak on your behalf. With the right words, the right program for the person, and the right nutrition plan, they can get that person started on the product. Who is on our list? Your mother, father, spouse, children, relatives, your close list, your close circle. As I said before, these are our main focus, these people. Then who else is there? Your child's mother, your child's father, parents, other parents, your hairdresser. Anyone you know, people you are in regular contact with, will make up your list. All right, friends, this list is set. So what is it for? It's for us to gain practical experience. So when selling products, we need to observe our sponsor very carefully in this regard. We need to closely observe what our sponsor does, how they speak, and most likely, your sponsor will also allow you to talk about the product, to practice. Our own circle, our own list is also to learn how to earn money, because at first we will earn money by selling to our own circle. And why do we start with friends and family first? Because both to learn and practice with people we know, and so that our confidence will be higher before approaching strangers. Let's not forget that. So are we only going to work with people we know? No, of course not. Anyone walking outside who wants to lose weight, who has a mouth, who wants to eat, who wants to be healthy, who wants to stay fit, who wants protein supplements, who wants vitamin supplements, who cares about their skin, all of them are our potential customers, our product consumers. So how are we going to reach those people? Now, if I asked a question, do you know more people you know or more people you don't know? You would say, of course, there are more people I don't know. So how are we going to reach them? There are lots of methods. We call this the use, wear, talk method. What can you use? For example, right now I have a Herbalife badge on my collar. Whenever I go out during the day, I always wear it. What's that? Wait, and we also have our own badge. This one says Herbalife, but we also have a basic working badge. Be sure to use that one. Learn how to control your weight from me. That's what it says. Everyone who sees it and has a weight problem asks about it without exception. There's only one thing you need to say there. Instead of saying, yes, you have a weight problem, you should use it, say, do you know anyone around you who has a weight problem? Or, do you know people who have weight problems? It doesn't matter if the person in front of you weighs 200 kilos or 100 kilos. We never say, you're overweight, you should use it. We never say that. The goal is to attract people's attention in some way. This could be a badge, a water bottle, a t-shirt, or a bag. We call this the use, wear, talk method. Well, this is one of the working methods in our everyday lives. One of them is social media. It could be Instagram, Facebook, or even a YouTube channel. This area already requires a bit of expertise. That's why social media working methods are not what we recommend at first. Relatives encourage us, and the people in our social circle help us grow, mature, and build our self-confidence. So these two stages before moving on to social media also support you a bit in the area of working on social media. Because working in the field of social media is a bit more difficult. As you know, social media is not a place where trust can be built, like when people sit and talk face to face, eye to eye, or in nutrition clubs. After all, the person on the other side doesn't know you, but things can still go very well there. After you reach a certain stage, a certain level of experience, maturity, and self-confidence. Another one of our working methods is nutrition clubs, which is actually our favorite. These are nutrition clubs that consist of a space of about 35 to 40 square meters. There, people come in the morning for breakfast, they eat and drink there. The owner of the nutrition club supports their daily routines, nutrition programs, and since people are together every day, they support each other, motivate each other, and at the same time, nutrition clubs provide an incredible environment for socializing. People come there both to consume the products, they use the products, get results, and after seeing how the nutrition club operates, they decide to become a distributor, and then they also start to ask themselves, like, can I run a nutrition club as well? They come to that question. And then, that's how the process of starting with Herbalife begins. The distributor trainings, that's how the business starts. And in Herbalife, when it comes to building an organization, which is where our biggest earnings come from, we use these methods to both listen to the customer and turn the customer into a business partner. In other words, by also telling people about the business opportunity, we support them in becoming distributors, and at the same time, in the future, our business partners and president's team members come from among them. Yes, see you later, friends.